Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with a topic called as metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor. In short, we are going to start with MOSFET today. Now, as you can see, there is a word written over here: enhancement type N-channel MOSFET. Now, first of all, there are two types of MOSFET. Let me give you a clear-cut idea that what we are going to face. Now, first of all is an enhancement type, and the second type is a depletion type MOSFET. Now, the channel plays an important role over here since what do you say, we want current as a priority, hence we'll be dealing with N channel, or I would say the channel which is formed for the current movement or electron movement is known as what do you say, N channel MOSFET. Now, the construction diagram is very much simple in layer. It is like what do you say, a rectangular box with two what do you say, insertion of N type material over here. The main body, or I would say the main substrate that is being filled over the entire region is with P, while in these two what do you say, boxes are filled with N type material. Now over this what do you say, this line, there is a thin layer of a silicon what do you say, dioxide, since and above that we have a metal film on the gate terminal. Now there are three terminals that are mainly to be announced over here. First one is a source, the second one is a gate, and the third one is a drain terminal. Now the source terminal is connected directly to the N-type material, wherein the drain material is also connected to the N-type material, while the gate terminal is connected only to the metal part, and some part of it is still inside the what do you say, the metallic layer, or connected to the dioxide layer. Now since we have what do you say, a metal on the top of it, then we have a dioxide, and then what do you say, a semiconductor below it, so it is known as what do you say, metal oxide semiconductor. The current which will be generated is would be due to field effect, hence the name metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, or in short MOSFET or MOSFETs. Now the silicon layer has a is very thin in nature. It is of the order of less than 400 angstrom. The silicon thickness is being denoted by the terminology TOX, wherein TOX is nothing but the oxide thickness over here. Now the denotation or the symbol for BJ or JFET is like one, it will be what do you say, a straight line, or what do you say, a continuous line. Then you will be having three short lines, or you can also have a straight line over here. The three dotted lines indicate the terminal for gate, drain, for drain, gate, and what do you say, source over here. The middle arrow, there is an arrow in the three terminal kind of a diagram, wherein three dotted line diagram, wherein the inward arrow indicates the body over here. If you don't want to go with this diagram, you can also go with this symbol over here, and it is being given as two parallel lines, the middle terminal being given to gate, the upper terminal being given to drain, and the lower terminal being given to source over here. Now the terminal, the voltage between gate and source terminal will be given by VGS. The voltage between drain and source terminal will be given by VDS over here. The incoming current, that will be nothing but ID, will also be playing an important role while forming the output current, or I would say there is a single current flowing through the MOSFET. Since it is a field effect transistor, the input current will be zero, and there will only be what do you say, an output current named ID over here. Now if you happen to see the cross section from a side, then it looks something like this over here. The metal is on the top, then you have an oxide layer, and then a semiconductor layer, hence the name metal oxide semiconductor. If you have a side view over here, then the side view looks something like this, wherein L denotes the length between the channel. You can also view it over here, the length of two channel, the channel is not being formed, these are two insertions over here. So it is the L is the capital L is the length between these two insertion, which is less than 10 raised to the power minus 6 meter, which is a very what do you say, tremendous job over here. Maintaining this channel length is also an important part. Now as you can see over here, this same L is being mentioned over here, that is nothing but the length of the channel. And what do you say, when you see the what do you say, the side view of the diagram, the length between the insertions is given by L, and W is given by what do you say, and W is being given as the width of the what do you say entire metal oxide semiconductor, or the entire body over here, or in another words we can also say it is nothing but the width of the channel. Now now let us apply some voltages over here so that it becomes easier for us to understand the working. Now first of all, let me introduce you with the terminals. Now since this is gate terminal, this is source terminal, the voltage between these two will be VGS, since gate is common to both, hence the term VGS. Over here we are having VGD, that is nothing but the gate to drain voltage between the terminals gate and the drain over here. Now similarly we are having the terminology is being described over here. And just a moment, beta. Just a moment. Just a moment. I'm just making it tight, the connection. 1 minute, beta. Now yes, as you can see over here, the VGS is given to the ground connection, the VGD is given a negative terminal, that is nothing but your D terminal will be given a voltage, and the ground and the G terminal will be connected to ground, and VDS as you can see over here is increased over here. So now what happens is, let's see first of all. Now as you can see from the diagram, the terminal the voltage VGS has both its terminal, that is nothing but VG and VS being connected to ground terminal. And in VGD, if you calculate VG minus VD, since your drain is being connected to a variable what do you say voltage supply, that means your VG minus VD will be negative, hence the terminology over here is VGD is negative. And you have you are increasing your drain to source voltage. Now drain to source voltage is not being shown over here. It is, since we always say that we say that the source terminal is grounded and it is common to both input and output, as you can see over here, VDS over here, VDS over here. Now the source terminal is what do you say grounded, hence the VDS over here, that is nothing but the voltage at the drain terminal, is variable and is kept on increasing. Now what happens, let's see beta aram se. Now first of all I would like to go a little bit into our basics, that is nothing but what do you say our diode diagrams. Now since this is an N channel and this is a P body over here, if you look carefully, this is a N channel what do you say N type material over here inside this box, and over here we have P type material. So can I say this represent nothing but like a PN junction over here? So it can be represented by a diode having a negative side on the towards your N side and positive side towards your body. Similarly over here you have what do you say your negative side over here and your positive side towards your body. Similarly you have two diodes over here. Now from N to P and from P to N, these are the diodes which is being represented over here. Your D4 represent the diode connection from what do you say N plus this N channel to your P substrate, and then this P what do you say over here, this P over here denotes the connection. This P over this body connection, this P over here denotes the substrate over here, and this diode over here denotes the connection from P to N. And what do you say again, the positive is on P and the negative is on N side. So now what happens is, since your what do you say penetration of depletion region in N plus, that is nothing but drain, and N plus regions, that is nothing but source, is negligible. The penetration of the depletion region is very much less in that, because they are heavily doped, hence not shown in the N plus regions. Now first of all, your when you connect some what do you say positive power over here, can I say that the diode if you connect some positive over here, that means ये positive terminal आपके drain terminal पे आ रहा है, drain terminal पे आ रहा है मतलब N channel पे आ रहा है. So can I say positive is connected to the N type material? In another words, can I say that a positive terminal is connected to a negative terminal? So in another word, this is nothing but reverse biased connection over here. So can I say my diode D1 is reverse biased connection over here? If that is the case, since my diode D1 is reverse biased, therefore no current from drain to what do you say B, and B to drain over here. from drain to body and from body to drain. There is no current over here. The diagram is somewhat similar to this over here. The body terminal is given to ground. The drain terminal is connected to the negative part, but also the drain connector is connected to the positive part. Since the connection is crisscross in manner, we have D1 diode to be reverse biased. Similarly, D2 what do you say, D2 that is nothing but the diode connected between the source and the body. If you look carefully, the negative part is connected to the ground and the positive part is also connected to the ground. Since both the terminals are connected to the ground, we would say that D2 is not biased in any condition, neither forward nor reversed over here. And if you can look over here, D2 is not biased, therefore no current from source to B or B to source over here. So that is what you say, a little bit simpler to understand. Now D3 and D4 over here are connected back to back. Therefore what do you say, no current from source to drain. In another words, I'll just show you the diagram again. No connection from no current from source to drain, and from drain what do you say, source to drain and drain to source over here. Since these diodes are connected in reverse what is not back to back connections, therefore there will be each of these diodes will try to pull the certain amount of current in their own direction, hence they both will cancel out. Hence there will be no current flowing from source to drain or drain to source over here. The connection is being simplified over here. Now if you look carefully, you have an N channel over here, you have a P channel, that is a common one over here, and you have again an N channel over here. So can I say this P channel is acting like a common to both the diodes over here, P body. Hence this diagram can be oversimplified as the N channel over here, the N channel over here, and the P type of body. If you carefully remember, this was nothing but the diagram of a BJT, two diode analogy, wherein this two diode analogy over here is being replaced. Two diode analogy is replaced by N what do you say, NPN transistor over here, NPN transistor. Now we will also plot the input and the output characteristic so that it becomes easier for us to understand. Now VGS is less than VTN. Now VTN stands for threshold voltage over here. So threshold voltage is the voltage at which your actual amplification begins, or it is a voltage defined by at a certain point after which the current increases exponentially. So VGS is kept less than what do you say, your threshold voltage over here. That means your this voltage is kept less than your threshold voltage over here. Again I am saying this is the output characteristic and this is the transfer characteristic. Now we will be applying some what do you say, let us go with some theory first so that it becomes easier for us to understand. Now the source, or what do you say, the body and the drain, these three regions form NPN transistor. Body should be at the lowest potential so that the MOSFET doesn't work as a transistor. Now even if your VDS is increasing, your ID is 0 because the channel doesn't exist. If you look carefully into this diagram over here, beta, even if you look over here, was there any presence of any kind of channel or any free electrons over here? Was there any presence? No. Even if you look at this diagram over here beta, from N to N, is there any kind of a channel formation over here? यहाँ पे कोई भी तरह का provision है मेरे free electrons को घूमने के लिए? नहीं. If there is no provision, then in that case what do you say, if there are no free electrons, there will be no movement of electron, and hence there will be no current generated. Current generated is nothing but the movement of electron. Since there is no movement of electron, there is no current generated. Now what did I do? What do you say, VGS is positive. I kept my VGS at positive. That means I have applied some terminal, some positive over here, and I have applied it to a battery which is variable in nature, and I have kept it on increasing. Now VDS, that is nothing but the what do you say, VDS, the connection between drain and source is 0 volt, and VGD is positive and increasing over here. Now let us see what happens over here. With these are the two types of channel over here. If you look carefully, this terminal is being grounded, this terminal is being grounded, and the middle terminal only is being applied some positive source over here. If that is the case, then this positive part over here, this positive polarity over here will try to attract, this positive polarity will appear at the metal terminal over here. Hence can I say that the positive terminal hence the what do you say, the positive metal part will be connected over here. In another words, the in another words, the metal surface will be having a positive polarity over here. Hence, the positive polarity over here will try to attract the negative electrons which are present in the p substrate body. Now my students would be confused that if uh, if it is a p body, then how is it possible to have negative type of electrons? Do remember that p body has majority of them as holes, but minority carriers are nothing but electrons over here. So in that case, the minority electrons, which will be very less in number, will be attracted towards the positive polarity over here. In another words, they will try to attach, or they will try to be accumulated over this region over here. Now what happens is, let's see in wordings. Now with VDS equals to 0, a positive voltage is applied at the gate. Now if you look carefully, there is a positive polarity applied at the gate. Now electron from the p region, that is nothing but the body, are attracted and starts forming the channel beneath the SiO2 layer. Now SiO2 layer is nothing but your silicon dioxide layer, and till VGS is less than threshold voltage, that means up till a certain threshold voltage beyond which the channel is not been formed. So the VGS is less than your threshold voltage over here. Threshold voltage means a voltage for which is required for your actual movement of electrons to start. So your VGS, that is nothing over here. VGS is is less than your threshold voltage over here. If you look the diagram over here, your VGS is very low. The channel is not formed over here. As of now, only some electrons are attracted over here. Again, you increase your VGS, that means more amount of positive polarity is getting accumulated over here. If more positive polarity is getting attracted over here, then there will be more negative electrons which will be attracted towards the SiO2 layer. That means there will be more number of electrons which will be accumulated over here. In another words, the channel is not formed, but you have increased your VGS. Now what happens is, when your VGS is equals to a threshold voltage, the channel is formed. No doubt the channel is formed, but the current is still 0. We have assumed that your VTN is nothing but 1 volt over here. So till your VGS is less than your threshold voltage, that is nothing but your VTN, the channel is not enough for the current to flow. Now when the VDS is positive, now at VGS equals to VTN over here, enough electrons are attracted towards the silicon dioxide layer and adequate channel is formed to conduct the current. Now what happens is, if you look carefully into the diagram over here, now suppose these are the two n plus channels over here, and there is a electron accumulation which has been resulted into a channel formation. So a pipe is being constructed over here. Now if you look carefully, both these layers, both these tanks are at the same water level. So yes, so both these tanks are at the same water level. And 1 minute.